the Day in the Life Hybrid Training Edition. Let's do it. So record scratch, that did not go as planned. All right, my friends, I know you started watching this video because you wanted to see a full day of training, day in the life, running, lifting, business running, hybrid training, all the things. And I'm here to tell you that that video did not get finished. And it didn't get finished because that run that I thought was the humidity or me just not having a great day, turns out I had a stomach bug. That was a butt kicker. I actually haven't had a run that terrible since, well, last month when I didn't know I had the flu. I don't know if it was the stomach flu, don't know if it was a virus, don't know if it was food poisoning, no idea. But it definitely, the middle of that run, distinctly remember all of a sudden feeling like, holy hell, I think I'm gonna die. And so I ended up spending the rest of my day after that just rotting on my couch with Kona and just letting my body recover and run its course on whatever the heck happened to me, which was not ideal. But instead of scratching all that footage and pretending like that week didn't happen, I thought it might be nice for you guys to see how I kind of adjusted and pivoted that week instead of just trashing it or, just making the best of it, because guess what? Life happens. We get sick, we're humans, things go sideways, and that's just reality and a part of training. Ironically, I got the flu last month, and then this, I haven't been sick in like 2 years, and then I guess this is the year for it. So here's how my week went last week, adjusting for that, and hopefully this can help you guys learn how to kind of listen to your body and work with things. So when it comes to being sick, typically if it's above the neck, you're kind of okay to kind of keep training, manage your volume, intensity, how you feel, but you can kind of adjust a little bit and keep going. But if it's below the neck, that's when you want to be a little bit more cautious. Chest infections, strep throat, or GI stuff is where you want to be a little bit more cautious, and especially GI stuff with endurance training. Endurance training itself can put a lot of stress on your GI, so you just want to make sure that you're kind of respecting that part of things. And I knew that. So I had already done my upper body lift on Monday. And then Tuesday morning, I had done that run, 7 miles, where I then abruptly died as soon as I finished it, with my plans to do a lift that afternoon. But once I realized I was sick, I just knew I had to pivot the whole rest of the week. So what I ended up doing was just vegging out on the couch all day Tuesday, letting myself be sick, recover, rest, not fighting my body. And then Wednesday, I let myself sleep in, have a day of rehydrating, electrolytes, crushing food, getting calories in how I can, kind of allowing myself to kind of recover off of just Tuesday's mega day of feeling like trash. And then I did my lower body lift Wednesday afternoon that I was supposed to do Tuesday afternoon, and moved Wednesday's run to Thursday. I knew that I could probably lift. I felt good. I had some calories in my system. Lifting doesn't cause as much oscillation and or stress or strain or whatever you want to call it on your GI system. So I figured I could do my lift and then just adjust weights if needed based off how I was feeling, and moved my bigger Wednesday run to Thursday, which was normally supposed to be my rest day, but I kind of ended up building a ton of rest in there unintentionally. I did 10 miles Thursday night to kind of make up some mileage on the week. Felt mostly fine. It actually went pretty well. I was pretty surprised with how it felt. And then on Friday, I did my other full body, lower body lift with deadlifts and all that, and then a 5 mile run that felt really great, and I was feeling really hopeful going into the weekend. But I went to the trail with the plans of running 20 miles for a long run, and pretty much realized on the out and back that I was doing about halfway, or headed towards almost that halfway point of there's no way I'm getting in 20 miles today. If you are an endurance athlete of any sort, you know that drinking a lot of liquid carbohydrates on a stomach that isn't quite ready for that, and or hasn't been eating a lot of whole meals or complete meals for a few days. I had been doing a lot of smoothies and liquid calories and easy to digest food. It just wasn't in the position to be prepared for that. And I was stopping a lot, I was walking a lot, it was taking forever, I was having trouble, eating enough because I was trying not to mess up with my stomach. So I just kind of got to the point where I said, enough's enough. We were just cutting this early, turning around, this isn't even worth it. And we're just gonna make do with it, see how tomorrow goes, and adjust for the week. So I ended up doing my 14.5 miles. By the time I got it all said and done, took a lot longer than planned, simply because I was walking a little bit more, just because the oscillation of running with sugar in your gut can kind of be the thing that really is the magic potion of aggravating your stomach. Trail and ultra runners really know this really well, especially in the depths of an ultra marathon. But there's no reason for me to push that in training. And then so Sunday I woke up and I said, okay, we're gonna go to the gym, air conditioned, inside, no humidity, heat, none of those extra stressors. Let's just see how power hiking goes. So I did 40 minutes of incline power hiking on the treadmill, felt super great, was eating some Ritz crackers, drinking electrolytes, felt pretty good. And so I went to move into the running portion of that workout, and I got about a mile in and my stomach was like, not having it. We're not ready. This isn't gonna happen today. So I wrapped up that training session and basically said, that's it. We're deloading the week. We're cutting it short. We're not gonna try to squeeze out mileage and force this day to be something it's not. So I just kind of made the call between Saturday and Sunday to deload my week of training. Luckily, I had the room to do that. I kind of knew that if I was feeling really overly fatigued or had any nagging niggles pop up, I actually could have deloaded last week anyway. So it was nice that it was already kind of built into my training and it wasn't something that was just totally throwing it off course. But I kind of made the executive decision then on Sunday to cut that workout at 60 minutes instead of trying to push it for another hour, hour and a half. And I basically went home, I ordered the biggest Chipotle meal of my entire life, ate probably 1,500 calories, just ate everything I possibly could. I got a milkshake that night. I went out Saturday and got a pizza with my husband. I just tried to get as much food of whatever I could possibly eat on my stomach, because I think a lot of the issues were the fact that I was eating, again, a lot of smoothies and more simple foods, not really meals. And then took a full rest day on Monday this week and resumed my training Tuesday morning, lifted in that morning, and then waited until Tuesday afternoon to do my next run. And by that point in time, I felt completely fine. And I'll document this whole week of training that I did this week in another video. So be sure to hit subscribe and stick around for that. But I figured that you guys get sick, life happens, and I'm just a regular human. I'm not an elite athlete. I'm just an everyday person who happens to know a lot about exercise, but is documenting this all for you. And I know that for many of you, you beat yourselves up when you get sick or life happens or your training goes sideways. And I thought that me recapping a little bit of how I approached that and just lived with it would be helpful for you. Transparently, I did get super frustrated with my body and just was like being a drama queen about it and thinking, well, woe is me. I can't believe I got sick. I didn't plan for this. Super frustrated. I kind of let myself just like have my little pity party Friday and last weekend. And then I think just resetting hard, taking a full day off Monday, even though ideally I would have liked to have that rest day later in the week, eating a ton of food, letting myself sleep a lot. I kind of hit the big reset button there on my training and I ended up having a really good week of training this week, which I'll document in that other video. But I just wanted to share with you guys the true, authentic, real reality of what happens when you get sick in the middle of a week in training. And hopefully that will help you guys kind of pivot and adjust yourselves with you. And at least you got to kind of see how I approach a morning run, how I eat, how I warm up, and how I prepare for that. And then what you do when you kind of die in the middle of a run in the middle of your week. So if you found this helpful, let me know below. You know, have you ever had this happen to you? Have you struggled with these things? Have you ever had a week of training go sideways? Often I find that those weeks of training that go sideways, it's usually fine by the time you get to race day, but in the moment it feels a lot more dramatic than it actually is. And otherwise, please subscribe to my channel to check out my full week of training video that's coming up of this current week of training, and I will catch you guys on the next one.